On January 24th, just after 6 in the morning, a ship called the Banner set sail from the Turkish port of Mersin. Its stated destination was the Tunisian port of Gabis. But 400 kilometers off the coast of Libya, the Banner's transponder went off, and the ship vanished from the radar. Where did it go? What was it carrying? And why does it matter? This is why. Libya is now in the 9th year of a civil war that has brought misery to its people. Two main factions are fighting for control of Libya. In the west, the UN-backed government of National Accord holds the capital, Tripoli. Most of the rest of the country is controlled by the Libyan National Army. But these aren't the only players. Vying for influence over the future of the country, at least 6 foreign powers have been sending weapons, money, or men into Libya's civil war. Russia, Egypt, Jordan, and the UAE are backing the LNA. Turkey and Qatar are supporting the GNA. In an effort to put an end to the conflict, all the major players, including Turkey's President Erdogan, met in Berlin on January 19th. Led by UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, these powers, including Turkey, agreed to stop sending weapons into the conflict.
Today, all participants committed to refrain from interference in the armed conflict or the internal affairs of Libya.
BBC Africa Eye can now show you that just a few days after Erdogan left Berlin, Turkey broke that agreement. On January 24th, the Banner left Mersin and headed out to sea. According to one of the sailors on board, its stated destination was Gabis in Tunisia. But on January 27th, as it approached the coast of Libya, the ship's transponder was turned off. Where did it go? Images from January 28th offer a clue. To the northeast of Tripoli, a satellite picked up 3 tiny specks, almost invisible in the vastness of the Mediterranean. In the center is a boat whose dimensions and color scheme exactly match those of the Banner. So what about the other ships? This image, posted from Tripoli on January 29th, gives another clue. It shows the Banner was escorted by a G-class military frigate. The only navy that uses these G-class frigates is Turkey's. Clearer satellite imagery, taken on the same day, completes the picture. It shows the Banner docked at the port of Tripoli. What cargo was the Turkish Navy protecting? This video, posted on Twitter on January 30th, gives an answer. It was allegedly filmed in the hold of the Banner and shows a series of weapons including these armored combat vehicles, cannons, self-propelled howitzers, and this anti-aircraft gun. There's nothing in this video that tells us the name of the ship we're looking at. But BBC Africa Eye has obtained these exclusive images, which were taken on board the same ship during the same crossing. We know it's the same ship because the configuration of vehicles seen here exactly matches that seen in the video. And one in this series of photos confirms that this is indeed the Banner. It's an image taken from the bridge. Outside, we see one of the G-class Navy frigates that escorted the Banner across the Mediterranean. We can also see that the windows and the railing exactly match those of the Banner. 3 days after it left Tripoli, the banner reached the Italian port of Genoa, where a member of the crew told police that the ship had been used to carry arms. That claim is confirmed by images taken on board by Italian authorities. One captured a unique pattern of damage left on a ramp, a fingerprint of marks that exactly matches the video filmed when the weapons were still on board. 5 sailors interviewed by the Italian authorities added detail to what we know from the visual evidence. One told the police, "We went to Messine to load arms. I heard the sound of vehicles and tracked vehicles being brought on board." Another told the authorities that the weapons included tanks, jeeps with anti-tank guns, and explosives. They were guarded, he said, by 10 Turkish soldiers. We put these allegations to the Turkish government, who did not respond. Turkey is not the only country sending weapons into Libya. But this shipment is one of the most flagrant violations of the UN arms embargo we have yet seen. On February 4th, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres condemned the behavior of some member states.
Meanwhile, Security Council resolutions are being disrespected even before the ink is dry.
But so far, resolutions and condemnations have done nothing to bring an end to Libya's endless war.